YouTube, this is Ozark Hills again. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a catapult out of a shoebox. All the items you will need are, you'll need a plastic spoon, I got 2 in case one breaks, 2 rubber bands, 2 pencils or popsicle sticks, some scissors, and tape, okay? First things first, I'm going to start going in pretty fast. First things first is you're going to have to cut off this lid. We can't have this lid hanging on there, okay? So we just cut this off. You're going to need some pretty big scissors for this kind of stuff. You don't have to cut it off real good, you just want the big weight off. Alright, so here we have this shoebox. What we gotta do is we gotta get our scissors in on the sides of the shoebox. We have to poke in 2 holes. One about right here. So we just go about right there. It doesn't have to be exact. About right there. Make sure it's real good. Kind of twist it like this to make it real deep. Take off all that fuzzy mess. Okay? Then poke another one either on the bottom or the top, depending on where this hole is. If it's really down low, put it on the top. If it's really up high, put it on the bottom. For right now, I guess I'll put it on the top because it's a little more down. So, like that. Okay. So, make sure the holes don't have to be about as even, but what does have to be even is where the holes are on the thing. So I'm going to go right about there. Then we do the exact same thing on the other side. See where my finger is? Just poke another hole here. Right there, like that. Then right here, like that. Okay, now that we have these 2 holes in, they're about lined up, as you can see. That's when the 2 rubber bands come in. Okay, this is going to be a really cool catapult. I guess you could flip things at your siblings. I don't know what you would use it for, but it's really neat. I've seen a lot of them on YouTube, and I decided I'd make one. I know a lot of them are better than this one, so this one's pretty standard. What you're going to do is you have to get one of your pencils and poke the rubber band in through the top hole. One of them. Just in through that top hole. You may need to make the hole bigger with the scissors. Then, once it's in here, you got to put the pencil through it like this, so it doesn't come back out. That's when you stretch it out, and instead of putting it through the top hole, put it through the bottom hole. Just kind of stick it through the bottom hole. This takes a minute. It's really hard to do depending on how stretchy your rubber bands are. So just kind of poke it through here. You may even want to get your other pencil and then just kind of poke it through once it comes up, like this. Sorry. 2. Just kind of poke it in through like that. And there we go. Perfect. Okay. Then we do the same over here. Poke it in through the top hole, make it go through the bottom hole. So it's going to be like a little X. And you'll notice that your thing is curving in, your box, that's alright. Okay, so poke it in through this hole. Then stretch it down through here. Inside here. Oh, sorry. Gotta poke this into here again. Poke it through here. And inside the box, stretch it down to the bottom hole on the other side. Now you get the same part of the pencil, like the top part or something. Just poke it in through here. Oopsie doodles. Sorry. Okay, poke it through here. This process is kind of hard. It took me a long time on my first one to do, so it might take you a while. It'll frustrate you. It really made me mad because I couldn't get it done for like a really long time. But then I did my practice and did it. And then learned how to do it pretty well. Yeah. It just all depends on what rubber band you have. Unfortunately, you don't have very stretchy ones. But I guess if it's tighter, it might be a little better. Okay. make sure those are out of the way, like that. There, now you should have that inside, like an X part of the rubber band. Okay? Now what you have to do is get your plastic spoon and poke a hole. It depends how far you want it to go. If you want it to go, like, kind of high, if you want height, make it closer to the rubber band. If you want distance, make it farther away. I'm going to put it right about there, right about here in the middle. Alright? So you just get your scissors and do like you did, poke it right about here. And if you mess up, you know, you can always poke it in a different place on this part. So in here, just do like you did with the hole. Then poke in your spoon. And you might need to make this hole a little bit bigger. There we go. There we go. So then just place your spoon, the end of the spoon, into that hole, like that. Okay. Until it stays good like that. Then, this is optional. Depending on how well you got it in there, you might want to put some tape on the end of this so it doesn't fly out whenever you fling it. This is just perfectly optional. You don't have to if you think it's sturdy enough. I'm just going to put it like right about there. See, mine doesn't really need it. Then, you have a really quick catapult. So, pull it down and it's going to fly out. And, alright. So, that's how you make it. It was really fast. Just be sure to make the holes the right amount of size. Always have extra supplies, like I have. And if you need to put tape anywhere, do that. It's really kind of your own thing about this. It doesn't have to be exactly the way I do it. You can really mix it up any way you want, but this is basically like the standard version. And it goes pretty far. I got it like halfway across my hallway. So that's just the first part. Then after this, I'll make a video showing how far it'll go using a poker chip. Alright, that's it.
I was swimming underneath the ocean, and I said, what's the corn dog doing underneath the ocean? But you know me, boy, I love them damn corn dog, boy. Woo! I saw that bad boy, I bit it, boom, I was in the boat. That's the last thing I know. Be pretty cool if they sold them in pet stores. Because you know they say pets always look like their owners?